Hey, I'm Paul, your friendly flat earth Bible believer. Have you ever wondered how we have gone in this country from having inalienable rights from God to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness to being railroaded through court systems and imprisoned and fined for disobeying the government? Well, a growing number of people are figuring out how in the heck that happened. After World War II, the government abolished slavery, abolished involuntary servitude with the 13th Amendment. So no one could be a slave anymore. But there was a problem because the former slaves could not be citizens of any state. So the government decided to make another constitutional amendment to allow the former slaves to be citizens. They created a new class of citizen called the U.S. citizen, which didn't exist before the Civil War. And the Congress created this citizenship that was subordinate to the government. So they gave these U.S. citizens, former slaves, civil rights. They were rights granted by the government that could be taken away by the government. So they're not inalienable rights granted by God. And then they knew at the time that eventually they could just get all Americans through over time to become U.S. citizens and therefore have civil rights instead of God-given rights. And that's the world, that's the America we live in today now, where if you're asked if you're a U.S. citizen, you say, yes, I am a U.S. citizen. And so you voluntarily agree to be subject to this jurisdiction where you don't have God-given rights. But the good news is, it is voluntary, so you can choose to not be subject and choose not to be a U.S. citizen. Instead of just be a citizen of the state where you live, and that is called being a national. And you could do that by submitting an affidavit of citizen evidence to the United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Just inform him that you no longer choose to be a slave of the government, but you choose to be a free person.